Hey everybody, welcome back. So I'm just out here trying to tie up some odds and ends on the old Jeep. And first thing you'll probably notice is I rattle canned the hood white, mostly white anyway. It was painted that cream color back when I thought I was going to paint the whole Jeep that color. And then I chickened out and decided I'd better stick with white. And that cream color's been bothering me. So I got a couple rattle cans and I rattle canned it white. I put new side marker lenses on it, because the old ones were just weathered and cracked and looked terrible. I got a new spare tire cover put on it. I got the temporary plates on it. The interior, I came in and I kind of finalized my hand grenade shift handles. I want to get rid of these. Obviously, I have to deal with the doors. The doors still need work. I wanted to do the doors last winter, and Christmas time rolled around and I didn't want to spend $300 or $400 on the parts to get the doors, you know, all the new rubber and everything to get the doors renewed. And here we are, December again, or almost December, and I still don't want to spend $300 or $400 just before Christmas to buy that stuff. The other window crank doesn't have a knob on it at all, so I found these. I got this set for like, I don't know, $10, $12. I'm going to see if I can put those on. They're on. And you know what? I don't dislike that. I'll show you how they fit on here in a bit, but they work just fine. And I like it stopping up there because my knee is right here. To note, my seat repair is not holding up worth a damn. I bought a set of seat covers, the same cheapo ones that I put on my my Grand Cherokee, you know, the horse blanket looking ones that y'all make fun of. But they're holding up great on the Grand Cherokee. And I'm not doing bad that here. This part's holding up, but this part just won't stay down. And that's not staying down either. Okay, just trying to check a few more things off the list here today. I took this off because it's leaking like a sieve, and to be honest, it's really not doing anything anymore. Since I knew 7/16 20 would go in it, I got 7/16 20 like little set screws, and they actually went in about 3 turns and got tight, and then I tightened them a little bit more and they stopped, but that cured the problem. And in the meantime, you can see it back in there, that little clip that holds the throttle cable on. I dropped that and lost it, and I've spent an hour hunting for it under the hood, in the dirt and grass, magnets, rakes, you name it, and I cannot find it. So I got a quick little fix for losing that clip. Just took a spring and wound the spring around there. It took some doing to get it wound, but let me tell you, that ain't coming off. I also noticed the plastic clips on the cable were broken, and I put a hose clamp around it to hold it. I'll probably at some point replace this cable, but for right now, that's good enough. Check this out. These are the wires that go up to the fuel injector. Look at that wire. It's completely bare. It was inside this cover, but that's completely bare for like 4 inches. And then it's bare here where it goes 2 into 1. And I gotta tell you, I didn't do that. I bought this fuel injection setup used. Somebody bought it and couldn't get it to work right. This is probably, God, I don't know, 20 years ago. Somebody bought it, couldn't get it to work right, sold it to me cheap, and went back to a carburetor. There we go. I have that all repaired and in heat shrink on both ends. I put a nice big heavy gauge piece of wire in there. So here's something else that's coming off it. This used to connect here, and those other 2 tubes ran to the charcoal canister. And the only reason this was on here was to trick the emissions test people into thinking it still had a carburetor on it, with carburetor float bowl vent hoses and the other crap that went to the carburetor. It didn't do it anything other than get me past an emissions equipment test. So getting rid of all this cleaned up under the hood quite a bit. I'm actually pretty pleased at how simple this side of the engine looks now without that there. Welcome to a chilly morning in Arizona. It is about 9 a.m. Sun's out anyway, but it's about 48 degrees or something like that. That's kind of chilly for us. I came out yesterday sometime and I swapped the plugs out. There's the old plugs down there. Oh, and I'm using the little Akaso keychain camera because it's been a decade since I've driven a car with a manual transmission. So I think I probably ought to have both hands available. I took those auto lights out that have probably been in there for 20 years, and I put some AC Delcos in, and I got these for a specific reason, because they were the cheapest ones Rock Auto had, about $1.40 each. So you know what? Let's see what a cold start, at least a cold start for Arizona, is going to be like. So let's check this out. Holding the phone in one hand so I can see what the camera sees, because it didn't seem to want to work, because I haven't used it for several months. I reviewed it a while back. I'll put a link to my review above if I can figure it out. Man, I'll tell you what, you would not want to use these solid steel shifters if you live someplace where it's sub-zero, because those things are cold. So let's see what a cold start's going to be like if I don't lose the keys, which I just did. There they are. I got them. Alrighty then. Cold start. If I can get the key in. And if I put the right key in. There we go. Not very good, huh? Wow. Was expecting better than that. There we go. See if we can get it up on high idle a little bit. There we go. Let's let her warm up a little bit, then I'll get her outside through the gate. We'll go for a drive. I need to get gasoline, and we'll go around the block a few times. See if I remember how to shift gears. Okay, we're not completely warmed up yet, and God, I forget what a cold-blooded monster this thing is. Even with the fuel injection, it's cold-blooded. But I'm ready to go get some gas. I am going to hook this camera. Oh, and I was trying to figure out what this god-awful rattle is. Well, I haven't bolted the passenger seat down yet. It's just kind of hanging there. So I'm going to put you back on the roll bar here. And it's got a magnet on the back of it. We'll hope that stays there. And let's go get some gas. I forgot to adjust that mirror, and forgot to clean the windows as well. That's okay. We're fine. We're all good here. All right, let me shut the gate. Gas station is right around the corner. The camera stays up there through this. The camera should stay up for the rest of the test drive. Forget also how light, incredibly light the steering is in these. It is really, it's very light. Bucking a little bit, but still very cold. Brakes feel good. I forget how loud the fuel pump is in this too. Oh well, at least you know it's working, right? And that clutch spring is noisy. I used to have to spray that clutch spring about every month. Otherwise it goes every time you push it in. Alright, let's get some gas here. And let's continue our drive. I don't know where you're going, buddy. Still see out? Huh? That didn't help any, did it? Nope, okay. Just like I remember it. Wanders all over the place, rattles. Although I have to admit, bolting that seat down will stop the worst of the rattle. Engine's running pretty good, really. Idling a little too high, but that's okay for now. Yeah, the engine's running pretty darn good. Pretty happy about that. This drive is, for me, it's kind of just to figure out what I didn't bolt down like that seat and what might still be leaking. I can't see anything out of any of the mirrors. So far, I'm pretty happy. Smelling something burning, but we don't let that worry us. I should have brought a fire extinguisher and didn't. Dana 34? Yeah, it's a Dana 34, I think. Oh yeah, that's no problem taking off from a stop. Again, we're in 4 low. No, we're not. Again, we're in 2 high. So I'm gonna take it back in and check it over to see what's leaked or rattling loose or whatever. Well, there we have it. That ran even better than I remember it running. I'm pretty impressed with that. Took off easy from stop, accelerated good. Yeah, some things are loose and rattling, but I fully expected that. Nothing's leaking out from underneath of it. Nothing set on fire. Hard not to be happy with that. And my plate arrived, so I got that on there. And we got a full tank of gas. So I'd call that a very successful shakedown cruise, even though a short one. So, but we'll go further here really soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.